Okay, well, something new today. Hope it'll interest somebody. I played a game the other day which I found in. I took down a set of rules, and it was called Ship Captain and Crew. And what it is, it's a little dice game. It's got other names, but I don't know what they are. I think it's quite an elderly game. And what you do is you throw the dice. You've got 3 throws at it, and you're supposed to throw 6 first. And then a 5, and you've got 3 throws at it, and I hope I'll get a 4 this time. You're supposed to get 6, 5, 4. There's a 4, and you score on the last dice. Well, I've got no more throws left because I've thrown 3 times. But that's non-scoring at all. But you can't do anything until you've thrown 6, a 5 and a 4, because that's your ship, that's your captain, and that's your crew. And these dice here are what they call the cargo. And I thought it's quite a good game. And what you do, you score up the points. So I scored 5 and a 4 there, which is 9. If I'd have had any throws left, if I'd have thrown that in 1, I could have thrown another twice to get a higher score if I wanted in that. But a 9 is a pretty good score. I mean, it's pretty high if you see the odds. And I'll just do another one just to show you if I can get it again. I've got to throw 6 first. It must be a 6. I've got to throw 6 somewhere. So that's throw 1. There's a 6. There's a 5. 2 6s don't count. Nothing else counts. I've got to get the next one I've got to get is a 4. There's a 4. So I'm now scoring on 7. But that's my 3rd shot, so I can't go anymore. So that's the way it plays. So the other guy got, what was it, 8, and I got a 7. And you carry on like that. And I thought, well, it's not a bad game. The highest score you can get is 12, because it's 2 dice. So you can score, that's the highest score. And the lowest score is obviously 2 1s. So you'd only score 2 on that. And I pondered on the game. I thought it was quite good. I played it on my own, and I played it a few rounds. I played me against myself. And then I thought, I wondered what would happen if I added a little bit of zest to it. I don't know what you think, but this has took me most of like 2 or 3 days to do all this and think it all out, and I've tried to make this I didn't want to make it too difficult. I wanted to make it as simple as I can, and I'm going to do a bit of waffling because I can't help it. It's in the explanation side of it. I'll probably do a better video of this later on. But what I've got is a board. I made a board after a lot of deliberation. I made a board, and the board is, I've got 22 squares on it, and at the moment I've got a ruler on to keep it weighted because I've stuck a few things on it. It started to bubble up a bit, and I'm going to stick it on a board and make it into a thing. I'll make a decent game later on. This is just sort of a prototype, and there are 18 share squares. So there's 1 for spice, 1 for grain, 1 for timber, 1 for rum, 1 for silk, and 1 for oil. So there's 6 shares, and I did the stocks, the stock cards for the shares. So I've done the shares there. There's about 4 or 5 of each. How many there are, it doesn't really matter. Once you run out of them, you run out of them. So I think there's about 5 for spice, 4 for timber, rum, oil, and so on. And you collect them on the way around. And when you throw the dice, if you throw a double at the end, if you manage to throw a double, you start scoring on the shares, so nothing happens on the shares. So if you look, I don't know if you can see that properly. On here it goes 1%, 2%, 3%, 4%, and up to 5%. So once somebody throws a double, this goes on to the 1% mark. At the moment, they're not actually entered on. I've just put that on for show. But there it's on 1% now. So timber would be on 1%. And if you land on timber, you can now buy timber. You can't buy any of the rest because there's nothing on them. And you can buy it at 1%, which is equal to, I put £1. And you start the game with, I did start it with 25, but it wasn't enough, so I upped it to 50. And, because when I was playing the game, this is the kitty here. I'll just pan round a little bit for you. There you can see the kitty, and the kitty's playing through a game with 3 people. I played for 3 people, and I found that there's a wad of money. There's a wad of money. There's about 30 or 40 quid there, and I hadn't finished the game, so I thought, well, I'm going to run out of money pretty quick. So I doubled the money from 25 to 50. So that's starting to work, and there's 4 bonus squares as well. When you pass a start square, you get £20 anyway. If you land on it, you get £20. If you pass it, you get £20. And then there's another 3 bonus squares. You collect 1% on all the shares that you've got. So over here, you'll see that as I've been playing, people have been buying the shares. That's their cash in hand, as you can see here. That's what their cash. And I've got the colours there, the red, the green, and I've got a yellow one down there, a white one, sorry, for the 3 players. So I was playing with those 3 counters there, and you put the counters on the thing, and then how you move them is that when you throw the dice and you get the 6, 5 and the 4, so if those 3 are 6, 5 and 4, that's your captain, your crew and your ship. There's 2 2s there, so I can either put on 2s, I can put the grain up by 1%, which it goes up to automatically, and I can still throw, as long as you throw doubles, it doesn't matter because the percentage goes up in any case. And now I can either, because I threw that in 1, I can throw again, another twice if I want to. But I could also move 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, there's nothing on 4. If it had been timber, if I'd have had 3, I might have been okay, because I could have bought on timber, bought things on timber and waited for them to go up. But I could throw again, see if I get a higher score. Oh yes, I've got one there. There's an 8 there, so I can move 8 if I want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, spices are not in either, so I can still go. Do I want to throw higher? Can I throw higher? I'll stick on that. And I had a scorecard which I've been using. He said, can't find it now. Yeah. As I thought, I can't find it. Oh, hang on. Yeah, there's my scorecard. I'll just take that back. And there it's got me, green and white, I'm red. And you can see the scores. If you score a 0, you put a 1 in the pot. If you don't make it, the ship, the captain and the crew, you score 0 and you put £1 in the pot. And that's your scorecard. I'm going to make some scorecards later on, but you don't have to, you can use a piece of paper. Yeah, and as I've been going along, I've been sort of writing things, instructions and that, and I haven't thought it all out yet. There's a few little things that will crop up that I've got no idea about, but I'm probably waiting for the family to come so that we can play it and see whether it's going to work or not. But what I did was I printed out, well, I didn't print out, I drew a piece of paper with the bits on, and I took a picture of it with my camera, and then I put it onto the thing and I enlarged it, and I did several of these, and I've had a few faults and things like that, so I've used up a few of these. And once I'd enlarged it to full size, I did my usual thing and cut it in half and then doubled it, so you got 2 halves. Now you've got an A3 size paper. Anyway, I'll stop there, I don't want to go too far. But it seems okay at the moment. I don't know whether I'm going to run out of shares. I don't know whether the £50 will be enough money. I don't know, because I haven't played the bonus things yet. I've just entered them on, because what I found was I didn't have enough. There wasn't enough to make the shares go up and down, so I've added things to make the shares move, and now the shares are moving quite fast, and I might find I need more money to give it initially, or to make bigger payments and things like this, or whatever, or increase the percentage from, say, might be 5, 10, 15 and 20, I don't know, I've got no idea yet, so I'm still working on it. Anyway, when I've finished it, and if it works, I'll probably put it on YouTube, because I'm quite pleased with myself doing it. And I've got to write a thingy book, so I've got little pieces to put in. That's one of the things. Stocks move up 1% on every double thrown. So double 1 is spice, double 2 is grain, double 3 is timber, 4 is rum, 5 is silk, and oil is number 6. So those are the 4 shares, and that's all there is on the board. It's nothing complicated. There's not a lot to remember. I didn't want to put. I usually put too much into a game. When I put this, I've made it really simple this time, so it should move along, and people shouldn't have to think a lot. And I don't know what the thing is at the end. I might do an add up at the end. I mean, whoever wins this kit is going to be. They're going to be a winner anyway, without whatever they've got in stocks and shares. And green's doing quite well at the moment, so. Anyway, I'll stop there and hope that's been of some interest to somebody. I've gone into 11 minutes waffling there, but it's new, and I'm quite pleased with myself. I've been on my feet mostly, and I'm getting a bit tired now, so I've stopped thinking properly. But if anybody sees it and they like it, I'll send them all the instructions for it, how to make it and what to do, and etc. How you do this and how you do that. And there's my little board that comes in hand. That's a wonderful thing, that is, the throwing dice. But I'm thinking about getting like four shakers and 4 sets of dice, because it's really fast. So and I've put the box in. We haven't got a lot of room here to do things, but they would ordinarily have their own money in front of themselves. And the kitty, I didn't make the board big enough to put the kitty on. I should have had a kitty on the square. I might make a little box to put the kitty in, and also with the box to put the bank, so the kitty and the bank are together. Anyway, I'll stop there, and hope I've interested somebody.